Yo, welcome to another episode of Real Talk True Stories podcast. Nothing but real talk and true stories from the entire scope of the industry. We've got my
Don't know.
Yeah. To my right. Why don't you introduce yourself, man?
Said you got my done know. Listen, D Gully, done know. I'm here.
I'm here. I'll do that.
Done know. That's all I got.
I said,
done
know. I'm here. D Gully, the co-host for the most. Yeah, alright, cool. Say nothing.
I'm working on it still. I'm working on it.
You get me. Today I've got we got a special guest. We say all of our guests are special because they're selected for a reason. But not only that, friend of the show actually.
Come on,
my
man.
boy.
To both of you as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But he was actually, you was actually on the show in 2016, if you remember.
Right, is it that long?
Yeah, like we was that's the thing. Like I was being bare humble, you know, but I was actually one of the first, like not the first, but one of the first podcasting in the urban London scene.
Yeah, it was so long ago. It wasn't in this studio. It
was
was
in
the other one across the road.
Exactly, fam. See it there? That was a big one as well. Me, you, Savage Dan, Raj, Tef from Complex.
Yeah.
We had a good music debate.
You introduced me to some good people, because even all them people you introduced me to, I kept in contact with.
Yeah,
them
really thorough people, man. And very like well educated in the music scene. Different opinions, but different walks of life, but different opinions, you know what I mean? But yeah, so friend of the show, man. Reason I wanted to get man back on as well is obviously we follow each other on Instagram. I always watch what you do closely. Like if you're in we're gonna get into what you do, but as a presenter, as part of what you do, I've always been someone that, like, if you're on TV, I'm gonna make sure that I record it to watch it back, or go and sit and watch that with a takeaway. You get me? To support my boy. I've always been on that. You get me? And one of the throwback clips you posted the other day is something that I wanted to bring up. And I think just to kick it off properly though, last time you came on as part of the conversation, this time it's a bit more about yourself and how you got into it. So with no further ado, Roach Bridgeman, sorry. Yeah, Roach. Can't forget the Roach. Yeah. You get me?
Done no.
You get me? You have to keep that.
Please
car.
say the Roach.
Trust me. Been around the game, done his thing, and I'll let you introduce yourself a bit more. But where I kind of remember you from initially would be hosting events throughout Northwest and that, before all the fame and the glitz and the glamour. Yeah. And then ending up on SBTV.
Okay.
So
I came along at Channel 4, but I have to wait till you get to Channel 4. So that's what I came. That's why I see my dog still. Channel 4, you get me?
Yeah. Great way to be seen, by the way.
Yeah.
Channel 4. It don't really get much better than that, does it?
My
Do you know the maddest thing, Jimmy? Let me tell you a interesting fact. I didn't know that it was going to be on Channel 4.
Oh, for real?
So when I've gone to that audition, I thought I was going for audition for SBTV. Because somebody actually did the application on my behalf. I must have hosted a show for this Irish lady. Big up Nicola. She's in Ireland now. And she must have applied to the opportunity. Yeah, big up Nicola, because she's a real one. And she must have applied to the opportunity for me. So when I've gone there, I'm thinking, yeah, cool. I'm going to see about 2 people. I'm going to do a little audition and boom, boom. Come there now, like camera crews. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Proper heavy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, the rest is history, bro.
It's not though. You gotta know. We want to know more. Man. Like,
I said, thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Cheers.
that's me, brother. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
What's your title? Like, I know I don't like titles, because I think if someone like it puts you in a box. But presenter, host.
Yeah, basically. Like, I think now I would say like I'm a TV presenter and host, but I'm also a producer. And some people separate the documentary, so let's say documentary maker. Yeah, I prefer to say documentary host, because I feel like when you make a documentary, bro, the actual makers are a really talented team, bro. You know, from your AP to your director to your sound person to your camera person. Sometimes it's a shooting director, and I think you see me in front of the camera, but bro, the team that is around me is really the reason why the shows become what they are. They are the real talent, but I think I'm just kind of the mouthpiece, so to speak.
No, put some respect on your thing. You're a real presenter, you know. You're a real presenter, you know.
It's not a fake one.
You're a real presenter. No, you know what I'm going to say? You're a real presenter, because you know what,
for real though.
It's easy when you present. It's easy to do so when you're kind of falling into things that might just be naturally in your lane or perceived as in your lane, bro. Certain times, man will really be, bro, this has really happened, bro. I'm in my yard. I might be on, bro, it's the middle of the night, I'm in my yard, I need something to watch. I just built something, I just clicked on my thing, I went on the Channel 5 app, I'm cruising by, I see my guy on the homepage, and the topic of this show is nothing to do with road, rap, freestyles, fashion. Brother is doing real shows, bro. Like, do you get it? That's what I'm saying. That's a real presenter, bro.
But do you know what though? Saying that though,
I mean, anybody can go on a podcast and argue why Lethal B.
Oh, stop it, bro.
All right, cool. Anyone can argue. Anyone can do that, but I know. But real presenters, my guy.
You know what it is with presenting. I think with the I hate the word urban culture.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of the best ways to describe it in London because we're so diverse. But like I feel like people downplay that a bit actually. See like how you naturally was like, nah, he's not just on them. But I like the fact that he's on a lot of them personally because me, I'm someone. I'll be honest with you. I'm so hood. Not in the fact of being active in the ends, in that way, in the respect that my personality is ghetto, bro. Like, I'm good with 5 chicken wings, some hot sauce, some fries, and a Mirinda. And yeah, you get me. And I'll throw on, like, if I ain't watching, like, I'll watch Paid in Full over something else.
Facts.
I'll watch my man's thing instead of some wildlife documentary. Well, I like wildlife. I like wildlife things still, you get me? But, you know, rather than another Channel 4 made up 4-part series and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I kind of, rather than saying, "Oh, he's not just on them," I like the fact that
man tackles the real issues, blood. And you know what? Yeah. One thing I say, you got the deepest pose, bro. You see, like when you see when they take the still shot for the. See, he knows, you know, he knows because you know they make him tackle the real issues, blood. And he's got that pose, you know, like it's like you know this is gonna be real.
Deep. It's gonna be deep.
Like he's laughing because he knows.
Yeah,
he
you know
knows.
what? It's so deep because when I show it to like family abroad and stuff, yeah. Or when I show it to new people, they think that I am the kid that killed, bro.
What?
Because of the pose. Because of the pose. They're like, oh, what's what? I'm like, no, I'm not the
killer.
I just this whole show. Yeah,
Get me.
Yeah.
So where end you grow up in, man?
Bro, I grew up in Harlesden in Northwest London, man. Yeah, Northwest 10, St Mary's Road. If you know it, you know it.
You know it so well.
Yeah.
He might not. South.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's where I grew up, bro. Like, and I think there's, you know, growing up in the time that I grew up, there was a lot of madness. You know, like we had some of the highest gun crime and knife crime in the whole of the city. I think arguably the whole of the country, and people couldn't understand why that was happening because obviously, if you know the area, you know it's tiny, bro. But I think
told you earlier, it's a garrison, bro.
Yeah, like I think I think it's testament to the fact that like there was just a lot of people that. If I'm really honest, it was a very frustrating time. Like, if I'm honest about even me, like growing up, I wasn't really like a smiley person. I wasn't smiley.
We wasn't trained to be like that, though.
Nah, like it was very like everything was very, very
serious
all the time. Like even when we go to a dance, it's like we weren't necessarily going to the dance to the. I wanted to shuck out but we went to a dance to kind of hold a corner and kind of keep and just. Do all of that.
Do you know what? It's funny you say that, cause I didn't want to get into the topic just yet. I wanted to introduce you a bit more. So I want rather than cut you there, because I'm trying to talk a lot less. That's cool. I've got a lot of opinions. But you see, like I want to come back to that. If we can all remember coming back to that part.
No
We're
problem.
Gonna come back to that a bit later about the way you grew up being so serious and not to smile and that.
No problem.
Because that's something I want to touch on. So Northwest 10, born and raised. I want to send my condolences to you as well on Jamal Edwards recently. Smokey Bars, my boy. Yeah, man. I know that that must have been tough for you as well to hear the news.
Bro,
it's not too long ago as well. It's still fresh. It's you know what I mean.
Fucked, bro.
But how do you feel about seeing the love that's been shared about the mark that he's left?
I think that's the only thing that's kind of enabled me to kind of step back outside and even start trying to post normally and stuff. Because at first I was just like, all I kept doing was just finding random pictures of me and Jay and just throwing it up on my story because it's just like I was just in a mad emotional place. Mad emotional. But then when I'm seeing, because the thing is, I know what he did and I know what kind of person he was. But then when I'm seeing all of these people coming, I'm like, raw. Like, I didn't even know.
Did this for everyone?
I'm just like, raw. This is mad. Like and I remember me and the original SBTV team, we linked up and then we were just like. Yeah, when did my man have the time? Like, because my man's phone was always ringing off. Like, he was
true to the game, bro.
But bro,
he was true to the game.
Like, he was just a connector. Yeah. He wanted to connect people with opportunity. And if he saw and could see that you had talent, he wanted to put you in the face of opportunity so that you could go and kill it and do something that will progress you to a next level. And I think seeing all that love is definitely kind of like. It's kind of
helped the situation.
It's helped. It hasn't taken away the pain, but it's definitely helped to kind of say, yeah, man, my guy left a real.
No, I agree with you. Yeah. It's 31, right? It's not.
Yeah,
it's not an age for a man to go, a person to go. Sorry,
any sense. Bro.
It's way too young. We done a dedication to him on the last episode, just because I go back with him so young, bro. I knew him when he was 14, bro. You know what I mean? I think I'm like the 4th upload on his channel. Don't quote me, but like we know he used to roll with man on them night buses and the radio and that.
He put West London on first.
Bro,
that was his first priority.
Brother, I'll be honest with you. Even like I was saying on the last episode, like Morgan used to film videos for me, and he hit me up like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's who you need to talk to, bro." You get it, and then from there, look what happened. You know what I mean? So I think it's like he. You know, one thing I said about him on the last episode, but one thing I will say about him now, while we're talking on him, is that boy outworked everybody.
100%.
That's what it was about. I've never seen someone grab a camera with their own 2 hands and go and film everybody every day.
It's crazy.
Outworked everybody, bro. Everyone had the same links. He outworked
He
everyone.
was on it, bro. But he was like that. But he was like that to the bro. Like
when you look,
even in the peak of our SBTV time, bro. Like Jam was like on man, bro. Like look, we can do this. We got to do this. I remember as well. Like I'll tell you a quick story. Like Kevin Hart came to the country, and I was telling him from time, yo, you need to get this guy on the channel, and he does these little freestyles. I said you need to get him to freestyle on the channel. Make him do like a warm up or F's. And like they were like, yeah, but nothing didn't really come to fruition. And they were like, look, we've been trying to reach out to him, but nothing's really happened. They were like, look, he's gonna be on Westminster Bridge, we want you to go down there and just try to finesse it, and make something happen. And the thing is, by this time, Jamal had already told me the story about what he did with Nicki Minaj. He'd done the same sort of thing. He just basically backdoored it. Yeah, backdoored it and just kind of put the pressure on and just made things happen just by being present. Being present and sometimes even being a nuisance, bro. And so I've gone down to Westminster Bridge now.
That's what all these used to do in the game.
Yeah, bro, you have to. And I'm like, all right, cool. How am I gonna do this? Right? I seen he stopped at a certain part, was taking pictures of people, and I was like, cool. I got to do the whole fan thing, take a picture as well. I am a fan though, you know what I mean? But I had to do the fan thing in that situation there. I'm not the kind of person that would ask someone for a picture.
Nah,
that's not really my
funny.
kind of thing. Yeah. So that's not. So I did the fan thing. Nah. And then I buck up on first I buck up on his security. But then after that I buck up on what was his name? Is it Wayne? He was his manager, and I was telling him, no, look, I want to get him on the channel. Like, this is who I work for. He was like, what you doing? I'm saying, look at this. I had him I had a lot of loads. I'm like, look, I've done this with Trey songs. I've done this with this person. I want to get Kevin on to do something similar as well. And then he was like, yeah, cool. I think he took some details, and he was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna hit you. And I was like, cool. But I was like, I wasn't really satisfied. No. Actually, no. That's a lie. It didn't happen on the bridge. So I followed them. I heard they were going to. What did they go to again? They went Selfridges.
Okay.
I think it was Selfridges or O Street or somewhere like that. And I followed them again, and I bucked them again inside it. So my man see me again. He's like, yo, so what is it? And that's when I told him all this stuff. And he was like, cool, we're gonna hit you. I thought we're gonna hit you. Everyone says that. Nothing's gonna happen.
Nah, Americans, they mean that. Yeah.
Well, bro, I went to the show. I had tickets to go to. In fact, imagine this. I had tickets to go to the show alone. I think I had a single ticket just to go by myself. Yeah, I went by myself to the show. I think I was hosting the show that night. I was in my management, and then I travelled to the O2 by myself to go to the show. I've come out of the O2 now, bro, and I got like 36 missed calls. I'm like, what's going on? It's Jamal and them saying, yo, we're backstage now, it's happening. They've agreed. I'm saying, what? Come backstage now. I'm like, raw. Nothing's prepared.
Where was you in the show though?
Yeah, I was in the audience, but I'm enjoying the show. So I've come out now.
Is that the O2 one?
Yeah, the O2.
One. I was there.
I think it was Let Me Explain.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, and so I've come out now. And I'm like, yo, I ain't got nothing, because I'm a man, you see me, I'm a prep guy. Like, I got nothing prepared. I'm just like, yo, we just got to do it. I had this blazer on. I was feeling so hot. I had to back the blazer off.
I said, fuck that. I'm bringing it.
And so man just did it off the cuff. And then man made him freestyle as well. And so we got the content. And like, I think the whole point of the story is, that's just testament to Jay. Jay was like, yo.
He was game.
If we can't get in through the front door, we got to go through the back
side door, the window.
Yeah, because and that's really the premise to what we come from anyway. We're not really. I think we've learned structures and how to do things professionally, but ultimately, bro, we're pull up on you with a camera. We're pull up and have a conversation.
Facts.
We're just build a relationship on the spot kind of people. We're not really like, I'll phone your manager. That's not really what we do.
I think that's why people from our world have done well in the corporate game recently. When you see people transition to like real business owners, and the managing directors of companies, they're salesmen, bro.
Different tenacity.
They're salesmen, bro. Like, salesmen don't take no for an answer. You get it? So. And when you come from the roads,
that's what I always say. I always say as well. You see, if you can apply road acumen to legal business, bro, you're gone. You see it over and over again.
For sure. Because
if and I say this not to try to like glorify the hustle, But I just want it to be really, really known that there's a lot of acumen that comes from the hustle.
Oh, bro,
Like,
you're a business owner, bro.
We cannot judge or ostracize the hustlers. But what we can do is try to make them use that same level of business smarts and apply it to something legal to clean their money and hopefully get them away
Transition.
from you understand.
Yeah, when you're on the block and you're selling something, you're a business owner, in my opinion, bro. Like, you're getting products at a cost. You need a return on investment.
Bro, buy and sell.
Stretch it.
Market's changed. Stretch it. Step on it if you need to. You gotta step on it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, bro. Like,
I just feel like in life,
supply and demand.
Yeah, supply and demand's the ultimate rule, bro, for a hustler.
Same thing that we're doing in everything.
I feel like in life as well, everything you do, you should do it G'd up.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, when I say gangster to me isn't just a gang banger, or it isn't just someone that's violent. Like being gangster is being thorough to me.
Bro, some of the best.
You could be a legit gangster.
Bro,
you know
some of the best street hustlers that I know, the reason why they're so good is because they know how to speak to people.
Yeah.
Like they're this, like they might
Network.
be a ferocious youth in real life, but when it comes to dealing with their customers, bro, they put on the personality, they put on the tone of voice,
sales pitch,
because they understand that customer.
That's 10-10, bruv.
Bro, customer retention is everything.
Even if it's 4-10, it's 10-10.
10-10, bro.
That's
Customer retention is everything, bro. So it's like, once again, not to glorify the hustle, you get me? But what I'm saying is that from being so close to it all my life,
grown around it, bruv.
I understand.
I've seen it from
just
young, fam.
The level of ability it takes to do that. And I've also seen some, not as many as I'd like to, but I've seen some really cool stories of people that have taken that and applied it to a real business world, and they've gone clear with it.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of that too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Interesting. So, how did you become an SBTV presenter? I'm sure you've told the story many times, but for the listeners,
I
think that would be. I don't know personally.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Pass me that Pepsi before you do that.
Yeah. I know you want. You saying it's getting a bit. It's a bit strong for you.
Go through, man.
Yeah. So basically, like I was saying the story about the lady, big up Nicola. She did the application for me for the SBTV opportunity. They're looking for a male presenter. I've gone there on the day now. I was the first person to be auditioned, actually. I was there in the morning. I was the first person to be auditioned. And I remember when I was walking there, bro, I just said to myself, yo, this is actually a big thing, you know. I think it hit me when I was walking there, like from the station. The whole journey there, it was calm. Like, it was calm. But then when I'm walking, it's like, bro, this is a big deal. This could actually change like my life, like a little bit. And it kind of hit me. But for some reason, I was just calm. I think because you know what it is, I think there's been opportunities in my life before that where I think I used to just get real nervous about and just work myself up, but I was just real calm. And then what was really mad is that I was walking there, I was nearly there now, and then there was this Australian brother that I seen that I used to work with in one of them kind of companies, when I was working there. And he's like, Aaron, he's like, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to audition. He's like, on audition? And I'm like, yeah, because he knows me as a man in the office. Like I was doing up like I had a little job, you get me? And then he was like, audition. I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, audition. I was like, yeah, it sounds mad, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And so I carried on walking now. I've gone there now, not feeling no type of nervousness. And then when I've got there now, Jamal, Georgia, I think it was Liam.
Liam was one of the co-owners at the time, right?
Telling me, first thing they said to me, sell some rubber chicken. And then they said something about, well, what would you do with this feather duster? Like, you had to just basically show that you could do things on the spot. Then they were like, oh, you're on the red carpet, show us what you do, lethal bees just come, or some stuff like that. And I had to be on the red carpet and pretend to show you what I was doing. Yeah.
That's his way, bro.
But Bizzle's my guy as well, I like Bizzle.
We ain't never met, but...
Oh, swear?
No.
Cool.
Bizzle's
Sorry,
cool.
bro.
Bizzle's cool people, man. He's all right. He's cool people.
Big money, yeah?
Yeah, big money still, from one day. And so... Everything I can't lie, it felt like everything they were throwing at me, I was just like this, bow,
killing it,
bow, just licking it out of the park, and I was like, cool. And then now, the whole day's gone, and they said you gotta wait. So I've been the first person to audition, like maybe like 9 something in the morning or something like that.
Chilling in the back.
But because I'm on this like short list now, I've got to wait.
Yeah.
It's mad because I met a few people that have gone on to do quite big things. Like one of them, he went on to be like one of their main characters in Towie. But the character he plays is nothing like how he was. He's a real nice brother. But in Towie, they got him doing that bastard. Okay. Yeah. Like Sean Sagar as well, who's gone on to become a big actor, BBC and all of these things. He was actually my competitor. We were actually in the final. So basically what happened is after that now we got to a final 5. They couldn't choose. Then they're like, oh, final 3. They still couldn't choose. They were like, we don't know who. So it was me, Sean Sagar and Jamie Howard. Big up Jamie Howard as well. That's my people.
Remember Jamie?
Sunday show.
Boy.
Yeah, comedian.
Boy.
Yeah. He's in Texas now. Big up my brother. I haven't seen him in years, bro. And so they were like, oh, we can't choose between you lot. So bearing in mind now, it's like about 5, 6. I've been here since 9 something in the morning, bro. I think I went to go to like Sainsbury's and get like a little meal deal or something. I was hungry, but then they were like, look, we can't choose between you. So they were like, we're gonna send you lot away, but then you lot are gonna have to come back. I think it's like 2 days time and do a 1-minute video about why you should be the SBTV presenter. So when I've gone away now, I'm like, fuck, like what am I gonna do? And I was like, oh, obviously poetry, because I was a poet, innit? I was a poet, but I used to do a lot of comedic poetry. So I used to do like comedy shows with like Mo the comedian, like Richard Blackwood. I would like they would.
I thought so, you know. You're not supposed to ask him, what are you like?
Yeah, I used to come on. I used to do the poetry thing, but like my poetry it wasn't like.
I remember it, bro.
Guys, look into my eyes, and none of that. It was none of that kind of shit. Like my thing was a little bit. I was basically barring. But I was barring in a comedy way.
I've seen you live.
Yeah, barring in a comedy way.
I was
bugging, bro.
Would it have been considered spoken word?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. And then so...
You've done Sunday show now?
Yeah.
You have done?
Yeah. Sunday show as well, yeah. And then, so I just made a poem, bro. Like, but I made it kind of funny, but I made it kind of quirky. And then boom, bro, they put these 3 videos out on SBTV. People had to basically like if they liked it and comment and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, bro, it was tight at certain times, but then, bro, I can't lie. There's a lot of people that went above and beyond for, man. I want to big up Joey Clipstar's mum, Deb. Yeah, she was like on a mad campaign trail from me from early. Like she had a platform called Pepper Grain, and that's why even now me and Joey Clipstar relationship is different because your mum was someone who was
big up Debs, man.
Yeah, she was pivotal in like trying to push people to make sure they vote for me. And big up Mon as well. Mon who used to work with her. And big up Joey as well. That's my guy as well.
Yeah, big up Joey.
And so people were just pushing for me. I think it was the first time that I think people had seen someone who was from
ends.
You know,
You
know what I mean?
But I'll say it straight, without any fucking fuck it. I'll say it straight, bro. I was fed up of corny presenters, bro. I was fed up of like the well-spoken corny presenter because people wanted to take their business platform higher. Me, like I said earlier, I have chicken wings and fries blood in the bottle on Fridays, blood.
Bro.
And I'm cool with. I want to see like people that are like us.
Yeah, bro.
You get me, the way they talk and that hosting. I understand professionalism, so I get it,
bro.
but I was happy to see you on the
facts,
for that. You know what I mean?
Man used to watch T4 and get frustrated.
Yeah.
It was like,
even some of the SPTV ones, they're cool and that, but it was a bit too. Like I just skip that one because I don't know what they're on about.
Yeah.
Sure, loads of people love them, by the way.
Yeah. No, it's true, but you know what it is? It's
unrelatable
like,
to me.
I can't even think who was really. I don't really remember, before yourself, I can't even think who was really like. A
couple young ladies, man.
Like main.
There was Georgia. Yep. Georgia was the main presenter for SBTV before me.
Very well spoken, man.
I'm more thinking about, you know what it is? I get it mixed up in them early days because I always drift into the GRM presenters. I think about Clara, Donatella in that. That's the mix-up still. That's the mix-up. But I feel you. I remember Georgia still.
Yeah, bro. But so cut a long story short, man. So like basically I did that video and thankfully to people just being supportive.
Yep.
Man managed to, because the thing is at that time as well, like Jamie had a big
brother,
following.
I was waiting to say this, I was waiting to say this, I ain't gonna lie.
He was popular.
Word. I was gonna say still.
So when I saw that, even like, I remember looking at his followers and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this is a rap. I'm not gonna get this.
I thought he was gonna walk it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, on SBTV, I can't lie as well. You would see someone like him.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what it was? I think Skyly, and this is a testament to my guy. You see Jamal, I don't think everyone was down with me. Yeah, but I think Jamal was like, nah.
When he said I think, he means I know.
I don't think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Jamal saw something in man. He was like, and I think maybe what it was is that he could see hunger, ability, young black man. He's a young black man, hunger, ability. He probably
similar journey.
He probably saw something of myself.
And let's be real, bro. Aaron, bro, you know how to dot your I's and cross your T's when it counts. That's one thing I respect. Like, you know how to talk when you need to.
Yeah.
You understand me? And that's a skill in itself, bro. Like I'll give you an example of that. I'll turn up to Pac-Man's concert, yeah, with the man them and that, and we're on the balcony watching, and my boys, you're the host.
Yeah.
You get me? Rap show, big rap show.
Yeah.
You get me? Hat on and that, boom.
That was mad as well. That show.
You get it? And then the same week, you're probably gonna go do Channel 4.
Yeah.
And speak to like people about something a bit more, I don't know, like socially conscious, a bit more deeper, a bit more layered. You know what I mean? So
and that was my issue,
skill, bro.
Yeah, but that was my issue when I first came into this industry, because the thing is, I felt like when I first came in, I think it's different now. When I first came in, it's almost like they couldn't understand that a man had different interests. Yeah. So like me personally, like bro, I like gangster shit. I like gangster rap, I like gangster movies. You know what I mean? But at the same time, by the same merit, like I'm very much into youth empowerment. I'm very much into politics. Yeah, like you know what I mean, like different things. But it's like when I was first being in these meetings and telling them this, they're just confused. They're like, why would you want to do this and do that? And so
I can relate to that a lot more still.
I feel blessed to be able to do that now. And I remember speaking to Reggie Yates about this, because obviously Reggie's a brother
been in
that
the game a minute.
And he's also been a brother that's been able to kind of like, you know what I mean? And do different things. But he explained to me the reason why is because when he first, people forget. When you're in this thing, people forget your full journey. Like they forget, like people, and so
they pick up on you at a certain point and think take it from there. Sort of
but they forget that there was things, and he showed me that before he did all the stuff that he was doing, he actually done entertainment and music stuff first. So for him to go back in and out was easy because he had done it first. But Reggie was in Desmond's.
Yeah.
What?
He was
He was
as a
in Desmond's, bro. Like, so
a bit like Asher D, you know.
That's cold.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of people forget that Asher D was
Asher was in Grange, and he was in Grange Hill
as well. Oh yeah, you know what? That's a bad example then.
And he was in Indiana Jones.
What?
He was in Indiana Jones, bro. Asher's an early legend.
That's mad. I said Indiana Jones, you know.
Bro, he was in Indiana Jones, bro, early. You know what I mean? So the point of what I'm saying is that I'm happy that we are now in a place where the man them can show the different facets to who they are. Yeah. Like you got Giggs who back in the day when he was telling you about Test Out the 9, you would never have thought that he was into Marvel. You know what I mean? But he always was. But we couldn't speak about those things at the time because we had to give you only one side of us. But now I feel like
you said, but maybe not though. Maybe he grew.
No, but he always liked those things.
Okay.
But it would have. But that wasn't an era for you to show those multi interests.
I think it's about Giggs though. Just on the Giggs topic, is that one thing I deeped here is how much old school retro WWF references Giggs has in his bars. Giggs is forensic, bro. Giggs ain't talking like the obvious people. He's going, you had to really be a serious. You know, you had to be diehard. You had to be a wrestlehead to know some of the people you'll throw out in there. Nah, a wrestlehead like. From then I kind of thought, okay, cool. Yeah, he wasn't just out. Testing out.
Like he might say, he might say something like, keep it D-Lo like Brown. Man, D-Lo,
thank you.
Do you know what? You're right.
Old school.
And I think, do you know what? There's been this conversation. You know what's funny? When the conversation we're having naturally has kind of like, it keeps touching on today's subject that I wanted to bring up. The subject that I wanted to bring up was art imitating reality. Because it's a quote that I heard young from a friend of mine, an older brother from the hood and that, and he used to tell me that shit like, even if you grow up in a certain environment and you might not per se be super the guy that done everything, your friend did, this friend's a shotter, this friend rolls with a ting, this friend gets beer gal, this guy is a DJ, and you see so much things in your environment that when you are a rapper from that environment,
you can't help but suck it all up.
And put it into your bars and that, you know what I mean? And sometimes like
that's a very cold way of breaking it down.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think one thing that kind of strikes me as well is that where the music's at right now over the last few years with like the UK drill scene and whatnot, which goes back to the show what you was on, which is called When Kids Kill, which is a mad title, but it's reality, right? But I sometimes think to myself like, and this is what I wanted to bring up as a subject, does art, we know that art imitates reality, right? That's a given, because without reality there's nothing to write about. Whether or draw, if you're a drawer, a painter, an actor, a theatre actress or actor, whatever that's called. I don't know the technical name. Is that the name? Yeah.
A thespian.
Yeah, when you're into Shakespeare and that thespian. Yeah.
Whatever that may be.
Man like D, my brother here, he's different.
You get it? Don't judge South people, man.
Talk to him different.
Multifaceted.
Talk to him right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Respect the thing, man. So I think I think for me, yeah, I think we know that art imitates reality just because reality comes before art, right?
Mm-hmm. True.
But is there like a stage now where reality imitates art?
Yes, 100%.
But it's not as easy as 100%, right?
If it in some cases, yeah, if it gets
You get what I'm trying to say, though? Without like,
if there are examples to the point where a young person will go out and commit a heinous, vicious, violent crime, and they're motivating, their drive and motivation to commit this act is so that they can rap about it. Like I want to do this because as soon as I do it, I can go on YouTube and tell everyone.
Yeah.
That to me is almost like the
song at
inverse.
least and say something. You mean?
Yeah. Because to me that's the inverse now. Because that's not taking inspiration from
what you've done.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're doing it to have the inspiration.
And I believe there's a part of that. You know?
See, the thing that you know when you posted that clip the other day, yeah, I remember I watched the whole show. By the way, I think was it 2018 or something.
Yeah,
I remember, because I
yeah.
remember exactly who I watched it with and when and that. So yeah, for real, we ordered the dominoes for that. I remember it off the top. Nah, real talk, bro, real talk. I respect that. That show, that show made me realise that.
Oh, you just laughed it off and
Yeah,
continued
he
talking.
laughed it off.
He laughed it off and continued
He
talking.
literally had a bacon and ham.
Nah, no pork, bro. Nah, wait.
Might have been a young pepperoni
No,
still.
there might have been a pepperoni. There
A
might have
young-
been still. I was
a
trying
young
to get me.
pepperoni still.
Forgive me. But my thing is like, at the time when I'm watching it, right, I'm from West London, obviously. I've come up in a certain environment where I might not be the guy, but I'm around the guys. Yeah. And I think that throughout the years there was a peak time for knife crime in London when I was in my like early 20s doing the early Westwood runs and all that, and it was like 07, 06 and that, when it was like little cliques were being made in West and Northwest and that, people were beefing each other, and then South had their thing, and it was like a lot of people died from knife crime at that point. I remember it being really high, and it affected me directly through a close friend. You know what I mean? And then fast forward to present time, it's going on again in London, probably worse at the moment, in my opinion, a little bit more aggressive. And it's affected me closely again due to one of my younger friends, that because I'm older, but obviously growing up in that area, a younger friend of mine, his life was taken in 2020, God bless him, Shaq. And it's like, again, seeing, you get me, a man's mum on, you get me, them kind of things and that. And you know what, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not just because I know people that's passed. A lot of people do, let's be honest, a lot of people do, right? And I'm not going to sit here as well and say that, like, I don't like drill music, or I haven't made drill music, or I haven't rapped about the road and that. Because I have, blood, you get me? I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'll be a hypocrite if I said that, you get it? But at the same time, sometimes I often think to myself and reflect, like, yo, like, I feel sorry for the youths, blood. And you know what, fam? For me, I'll be real with you, bro. Like, for me to say that, it sounds a bit mad. Like, I'm not saying that, I'm not downplaying them or nothing, but I feel sorry for the situation that they're in, bro. Because at the moment, we're in a time where, like, rolling with a big ass knife, blood, not no small thing, a big borer is normal, bruv. Man are living in some different kind of times, bro. And in my opinion, a lot of it comes from poverty. A lot of it comes from, like, I'm not one of them, like, you know, where we're talking about art imitating reality, I do feel like music does play a contribution to the way people act and whatnot, but movies do as well, same way, whatever. But I feel like everyone that comes from the hood per se, or a bad start, whether that means lack of parenting or a parent even being around, lack of finances and opportunities, I feel like that plays into the life, right? But then the reason I bring up the example of art imitating reality is because you see all the time now on the news and on blogs of like middle class youths from in countryside areas stabbing a man to death over like nothing, blood. Do you get it? Because it's like, because they're listening to drill, or because their man them want to prove themselves and rare. And I think that there's like, it's a fucked up time to be living as a young man in London as well, because of that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you being someone that's hosted these shows, like you've sat with like mourning parents.
Yep.
And have you sat with the like, let's say the killers, for instance? Have you ever? Has that
in
happened?
my personal life? Yeah. On camera, I haven't, because on camera you can't really bring well, in the UK, they don't really allow us to bring cameras into jails.
Yeah.
But I've personally gone into jails myself, youth jail, and spoken to. In fact, when I first go in there, I always tell the people that work in there, don't tell me what anyone's crime is. I just want to get to know people first and talk to them first before I know, and then if anything, you can tell me after, because I feel like human nature. We automatically,
when you know, you can't unknow, bro.
Yeah,
you get it.
Automatically put preconception, and it might also affect the level of, I don't know, maybe the level of how much time you would give to somebody if you know too much about their crime. So I just go in there and I speak to people. But back to your question, all right? So what I'll say to you is, what I've kind of learned on my journey of covering, because my show is not all about music, gang related crimes, or even beef related crimes. Like a lot of my episodes, in fact, there's only probably 2 of my episodes that were dedicated to that. A lot of my episodes were literally about just young people that do you know what is interesting one? A lot of them is up north, really
which was
like Quay up north, really bored, nothing happening, and they do some
crazy shit.
Crazy shit.
I've seen some of them on blogs.
Yeah. But to get back to the point of what we're talking about, one thing that I realise is that we are in a time now where, as a young person, if you haven't got ops, your set or where you are is not really cool or valid. So what's happened is that there's a lot of fragmentation. So there might be certain areas that you would have, like, even like Brixton. If you think about back in the day of Brixton, if you ask a man from Brixton where he was from, a man would say Bricky, Brixton. But now you got to break it down to Upser, Downser, like Brixton Hill,
Angel Town.
You know what I mean? You got to break it down, because what's happened is that there is fragmentations that's happened, because I'm not trying to like completely just really belittle what they're doing, but I feel like a lot of these fragmentations has happened because now you got to have an op. You gotta have an op to talk about. You gotta have the the op block to go and stunt on, to take the piss and violate. And the problem is that has led to a proliferation of like violence. Now, what I will say to you is, people always ask me, so is drill music, is rap music causing? Rap and drill music is not causing the issues that we have. We already have these issues. But one thing that I will say is that, unfortunately, due to the way that you can publicly and sometimes even visually violate people through the music and through videos and the rest of it, it has exacerbated the issue. So you've got an already present issue that has just now been given more, I guess, more of a platform to because back in the day, I might say, ASB, I remember when we run down ASB and thumped him up and rubbed him. Now the youth them could say it, put it into a song, put it in the video, use footage that they have of you running from them and your face on the floor getting stomped out. You understand? So what's happening now? How do you feel? You got to go and ride out now, innit?
I'll be honest with you. I think
that's how it is.
Nah, bruv, you touching on that's deep, because I say it with people all the time, bro. In this present day and age, one of the reasons why the knife crime is so high is because people are getting thumped up, bro, on Snapchat. When I was younger, there was no Snapchat, bro. I've been rushed before and come off a bit like worse for wear. You get me in that, but then blood. Yeah. No one saw that shit. And cool, when I see one of them,
never been rushed to. He's like,
nah, cause it gets
someone
real,
in the comment section. I was there. I saw it. Don't chat shit.
Nah, doubt it. But bro, I'll be honest. Like, fam, Snap. You know what it is now, yeah? I've never been the most smallest you either. I've always been tall and whatever, so I can handle myself and that in them. But I don't want to be able to handle myself no more. Now it's like, bruv, the knife crime thing's so wild, fam. Yeah, bro. Like, youths are rolling with mad things, fam.
Bro, I remember a few years ago, like, I was touching back in one of my, like, foundation homies, and he was saying to me, bro, do you know what you see on the roads right now, bro? You got to be more worried about these youths than man your own age.
Yeah, because we're grown up.
100%.
And he was saying,
what do
you mean? He's like, bro, because these youths are mad. And he's saying, plus, they're trying to get stripes. If they can get stripes for you, they'll do that. And I was like, and that's when I realised, okay, things are changing a little bit.
Do you know what, blood? I'll be honest with you. Man, it's not the best advice that I'm going to say right now, but I'm sipping Martell, and it's something that I got told when I was young, but older, and it always stuck close to me. Like, fam, right now, big man thing, bro. If a man come at man and he was even 15, blood, I'll knocking him out, cuz. Right? Straight off the cuff. Yeah.
Don't give him no
time. You know why? Yeah. I'll tell you why, blood. Because when I get a phone call and say you're out of line for that, I can say sorry, but I'm still alive.
Yeah. I hear
you understand me?
I hear you.
Because if I'm still alive, that's
bro.
how bad it's got, bruv. You understand?
If you check like, not obviously not the ones that are publicized so much in the media, because they tend to focus on the ones of really young people. But
true.
If you check things on a wider scale, but it's a lot of young youths that are killing older men.
100%.
Yeah.
Just stabbing them up. Because like even when you were talking, you were talking about how you kind of remember there being quite a time when there was high knife violence. I don't really remember that.
Swear down,
bro,
it was a big thing at the time.
I remember shooting.
No, there was a lot.
That was what my generation like. My generation like.
You're right.
I say my generation, but growing up in and amongst it, bro, it was a gun thing.
Do you know why though?
And a lot of people didn't know how to shoot, so people weren't dying as much.
Yeah.
But
do you know why it was
licking
that?
the
Because
wrong
that was
thing.
beef.
Man,
that was actual beef.
Yeah, true.
And this is the thing we're going to get into. We're going to get into the difference between beef and petty squabbles that turn into beef.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like beef is when you can't go back no more.
Yeah.
Because what we lack in our community, bro, is conversations. We lack people being able to talk like adults.
Yeah.
Things can get ironed out a lot with good conversation, because everyone knows someone that knows someone, bro. Don't get twisted. Especially these beefs are close neighborhoods.
But a lot of man were previous friends.
Yeah, related even in a lot of cases. I know people that live in a certain area, and because their cousin's block is in beef with them, they don't go there no more. You understand me? But the thing is, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say one of the biggest problems I think that young males have got is that a lot of them don't think they got nothing to lose. Unfortunately.
Now you do as a young man as well. You don't feel like that. It's true still. Can't lie.
I can think of, it's not even necessarily about who, but I can think of examples, for example, of rappers who hit a certain level of success or perceived success and whatnot, and things have gone well to a certain point where they found it easier now to be able to let go of certain beefs and certain mindsets that they were living by before. Like when they were poor and they were still in the hood on a wings and chips thing, man was living by it. Like I'll die today if I see so and so, whatever. Yeah. £1 million plus later, let's do a tune. Like I'm just saying, no. Like for real, like it's and there was always that kid from the ends who was just a bit better at football than everyone else, bro. Just a touch better, bro. You know.
Yeah, every hood's got it.
Everyone's got that guy, bro. Like, and then the next minute, you know, he's now a League One or League. He's not Man United, but he's doing something. Little Bristol City or something. You're like, right, you know, my man plays for Bristol now. And it's like, I'm trying not to even make this a rant, but the thing is, is that. For me, I think the mindset is you get to a certain age as a teenage boy, and if you jump in really into that life, it might be a bit hard to pull you back out, But there is an age, if you really, depending on how much you interact with kids, teenagers especially, there is this sweet spot, bro. That sounds wild, bro. 14. There's the sweet spot where it's almost 14. like man can see that you're about to, but man could, you get me? Man could pull it back still at that point there, and. Especially when the shortage of males in the yard, there's so many issues. But you know what happens though? You got these. You have a circle of man. Them. Let's just say they're majority black brothers, and typically, you know how it goes. We know the narrative, yeah. Yes, please, bro. You know the narrative, yeah. Like dad's not around, low income, stressful yard environment, all of that stuff, yeah. Like you can have a bagger man, and that is their whole predicament, yeah. And then say you got a one man who's, I don't know, Greek or Brazilian or Portuguese. He's just something. He's not black, bro. And he's got mum, dad, nan, grandma, 2 dogs, garden, barbecue, drum. He's living life, bro. He's when he steps out his yard. When he steps out his yard, he's on the block with man. He's as credible as the. He's just as much as everybody else. But there is a line. But bro, there is a level of mentality that this one's gonna have, because he's getting something beyond what the rest of them are getting. Like when what I'm trying to say is certain man, they know they got more to lose than the others. The ones who will go straight in with no second thoughts, no thinking about what's at risk, feeling like I ain't got nothing to lose, what, quick peace, fam, whatever. Man are not thinking like that when they've got their dad who they've had to talk to this whole time. Their dad who runs a business, that runs companies and that. Their mindset's different. They know there's more. Like when the police come, they remember they're not black. Feds come, now I've got mum, dad, and da-da-da-da.
You know what? Let me be honest with you, and I agree with what you're saying to an extent, but let me be honest with you as someone that's not black from ends, Let me be honest. Plus, by the way, I have my dad around. and he's a good dad, hard-working man, you know what I mean? Not a business owner, by the way. Tough love, but real. But like, alright, my thing is this, when you go on a council estate, in London specifically, because remember, I've lived in New York and it is different over there. Specifically in London, you're going to get Asian brothers, English brothers, black brothers, Arab brothers, Irish brothers. You're going to get everything, bro. Do you get it? We can go on Somali brothers and big up all of them. And the thing is, what happens is, bro, having no father figure for any race of person is a fucked up situation to start. It's a fucked up beginning in life. Like, you start life missing something.
100%.
You understand me? And then also, what happens for people that do have father figures is they reject them sometimes because they go outside, like you say, and they're a product of their environment. I think everyone's a product of their environment. If you come from like an estate, for instance, you're gonna be you're gonna take to your man name. You're gonna gravitate to what's going on outside. Some people influence you actually more than your dad. And you know why I wanted to say this, and I'm glad you brought it up, because even my dad, for example, my dad, it was a real positive male role model in my life, but he worked fucking 50 hours a week, bruv.
So you worked.
And my mum worked 40 hours a week. So now what? Now me and my brother are outside.
He was around
mixing with the man name and that, and it's like, fam, like
100%.
you get to the point where it's like there's look how beautiful that is, them working that hard to provide for you.
100%.
But these times you're not gonna see that as a youth, bro. You're gonna see that as like, I'm gonna go outside, do what I'm doing,
because mum and dad ain't around.
Do you get it?
It's not even about the context of why. It's just the cause. It's just almost the effect.
Because as a kid, you don't have those.
Right.
You don't understand those priorities as a young man. You get it?
I'll be real with you. As D was talking, I'm thinking, bro, my man's describing me.
No, bro, you know what's
Because-
mad though? No. The way man said it racial. Can I just say the reason why man said it in a racial way? It's because you see, for the majority of them, those black boys here, the lack of dad or father figure for them is a bond that bonds all of them. That may not bond. That may not bond. Say you. That may not be the thing that bonds you to them.
You're right.
If you have a relationship with your father, do you
I
get what I'm
agree
saying?
with that.
Your relationship's still brotherly, but they miss that nutrient, bro. That a man who has that has, bro.
No, I agree.
And
Definitely.
And the reason why I said that it was me is because I was like, yo, do you know what? That was, at the time you don't realize it, but the major, dad was a business owner. Like, there's no affluence like in my family.
I don't know business
bro,
owners.
I was the only.
we was bro couldn't even know it, you know.
In my immediate circle, bro, I was the only one. Or my initial immediate circle, someone else came in who actually had a dad as well. And his dad passed away while he's in jail. Rest in peace to Brett.
God bless him.
But in my immediate circle, I was the only person that had mum and dad. And as you're talking, I'm like, it's exactly what you're saying, because bro, like, I had a certain level of strictness over me that I was pulling away from, because I was always rebellious. Believe it or not, I was always rebellious. Like, I was a problem child when I was young. I had to go to anger management classes and all these kind of things.
Oh, I can relate, fam.
Yeah. Like,
it's fixed up, innit?
But it worked. Thankfully. And so I was trying to break away from that, because my dad's older as well, so I had the old Caribbean strictness trying to place over
thing,
me.
innit? Yeah,
to the point where sometimes I'm in the hood and I've got to go home at a certain time. Yeah, the man them are kind of laughing. Oh, Roach, you got curfew again. Everyone calls me Roach, by the way. Roach, you got curfew again. I'm like, oh yeah, I just got to go. Like, you know, my dad's on a mad one, trying to style it out. And then sometimes you just got to be like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm not even going. I used to start portioning up and working out amount of licks I'm gonna get in regards to the action that I'm gonna do. You know what I mean?
Is it worth it?
Is this dance worth me going to? Yeah, it is. I'll take it when I get. You know what I mean? But like, getting back to your premise and your point is it's true. Like, whereas I had that too. I'm not saying having two parents makes you better.
No.
But what it does is that it I think me having a 2-parent household, it just made it so I had a WWE duo that used to lick me. So when one got tired, the other one used to get me coming as well. And so what happened is that I had a little bit more to fear.
I shook my dad, you know, bro.
Yeah, I had a little bit more to fear.
No, my mum, no.
And I think I also had certain conversations.
She was
like,
mad, but
me
still.
and my pops, we were like, it was very, it was conflictive. But my mum and my dad were together, live in the same house, and sometimes me and my pops would buck up on the conversation. And my dad's older as well. Like, my dad's born like when the Second World War was going on. You know, I'm like,
big man,
old. And sometimes
old morals and ethics and that
sometimes
as well.
you'd buck a little conversation with me, and I would take something from it, or I would get it. And sometimes he didn't even know. But he'll tell. Sometimes it's about gyal, because my dad was a gyalist. Like, and then sometimes he will buck a little thing about gyal, and it's like certain things that he was just dropping would just stay with me. And then
gems.
When I got older, my man put it on me to tell me like, look, boom, you're gonna go and study. I'm like, oh yeah, but man wanna go and do look. Now you're gonna go and study. So what it was is that I had man on me. and they knew what I was like mentally. They knew that I was loose-headed. So I think they tried to hold on to me more. At the time, it felt for me like I was being restricted. I felt like I was warring my parents because they weren't trying to let me be who I want to be. But I understand now that all they were trying to do was try to keep me from what was literally outside my door. Because don't forget, someone got shot in the head and killed outside my front door, bro.
Is it?
Yeah. Shot in the head outside my front door. So they knew what was outside my front door.
What part of Harlesden was you from?
Literally.
St. Mary's Road.
Oh, yeah.
Research it. Shot in the head outside my front door. So they knew what was outside my front door, literally, and they were just trying to make sure that I didn't get sucked in too deeply. And to be honest, I got sucked in, but not too deep.
Yeah, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I think one thing that pops to mind of what you're saying, when there's two parents there, it doesn't make you a better person.
Nah.
We know that, but what it does do is it increases finances because two people can work.
On a basic level.
Yeah, on a basic level, which is important. And then as a young boy, like my mum, like my dad comes, right, so my dad, he's got 5 brothers and 4 sisters. Wow. So he comes from a home where there's no money.
Big family.
Yeah, no money, bro, broke. You get it? And then his goal was to make his kid's life better than his.
Bless him.
As a man, you get it, God bless him. Yeah, 100%. And I think that's, like, when you go work 50, 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week, and that's what you're doing, innit, for the future of your family, which at the time you don't see as a young boy, but now I look back and appreciate, you get me? But I think as a man, there's a point where my mum would whoop. My mum's crazy as well, hot-headed woman. My mum whooped my ass all the time, me and my brother, man. Like, to the point, like, even going into the snitching thing in a bit, my mum used to, like, because my mum has Italian in her as well, so my mum used to, like, my brother might come in, he's 3 years younger than me, might come in the yard and say, Adams hit me and and then my mum will take him back to me, like, what's going on, bum, smack me, and then smack him for telling on me.
Snitching, your mum's
a real
one. She's a gangster.
She was wild though.
She's a mafiella.
She used to hit, like, and then when it got to the point where man are getting tall and that, and the hits don't hurt, the licks don't hurt as much anymore, that's where the dad comes in. Because dad's licks hurt still, you get me?
Bro, my mum's
that's what I'm saying.
My dad's to the end of days. My mum's she's a beast. But what you're saying is a good point. It's like it's the fact that you have two to enforce upon you.
And I was gonna say it's peak sometimes because when people don't have that dad around, when the mum's physical discipline doesn't work, and there isn't a dad to take over physically, what happens in some cases, mum can still deal with you, but mentally or even like emotionally,
definitely,
which depending on the relationship, depending on, I know it's a cliche, overused word right now, but toxic, whatever. Like, depending on how that relationship is, it can almost become like you're being maybe like even like emotionally or mentally abused in the same way that people might feel like they can be physically abused.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's love. Yeah.
You know,
100%. And I just think that like the reason even that come up for me is because I think where like sometimes I sit back, blood, on a deep one, and I think, fam, all this shit's going on around, man, and that, like, I've lost brethrens, and I'm not the only person that's lost brethrens. People that on the other side have lost brethrens as well. It's not one way. I don't look at it one way, fam. I don't have ops, by the way. I'm a big man, bruv. I've got haters. I ain't got ops. You understand me? But what I'm trying to say is, for the youths that do have that, I feel sorry for them, bro. Like, I really genuinely worry for all of them, bro. And I just think, you know, at the end,
living like that is crazy, bro. Looking over your shoulder all the time.
All the time, big man.
Crazy, fam. Like, that would drive me insane, bro. I remember when I first started busting with this presenting thing, because obviously I was associated with certain people and I came from a certain background. When people were coming up to me at first, then recognizing, man, I wasn't sure if they were recognizing, man, for this whole new chapter, or if it was maybe something that man was involved in, or who I was involved with before. And so, exactly. Bro, so I used to be very off, man.
Affiliation is a thing.
I used to be very, what's the word? I used to be very like standoffish. And then, like, my brethren, rest in peace, he passed away. He was just like, but bro, like, isn't this what you were working for? He was like, bro, you gotta suck this up and learn to deal with it. And that's exactly what I started to do, bro. You get me? But the point of what I'm saying is, it must be incredibly difficult, bro. Incredibly difficult for these youths. They can't even go certain routes because
you see when you was talking about gunplay back in the day. The reason why I understand what you're saying is because back then you used to hear stories of like certain cliques and certain men who were on this, like they got beat for someone and they're looking for someone, but they're going out of their yard, bro, looking for a certain man to get rid of him.
But sometimes as well, sometimes I came from a generation where, bro, sometimes man would just beating off their thing in your area. A man might go to your estate and just beat off his thing and let it off at your estate. Or a man might know you're at a dance and beat it off out. Don't forget, like, even when you think about... We used to shut down the dances all the time. When you think about, who was it again? Was it Letitia Shakespeare in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Them man just went down there to beat their thing off after the ops, and they ended up licking down.
But that's why their beef started, right? From that dance.
Nah, I think their beef was before that. But that's what they were doing. They were trying to.
Was that in the 90s though?
Yeah.
That was.
I think that's
early
where
2000s.
I think that's where the proper part of their beef comes from. You know? I think that's where it evolved still, if I'm honest.
Down 2 girls and like, yeah, but there's none of it is better than the other. You know what I mean? Like we growing up through shootings wasn't good. I went to raves actively knowing that I need to know how to hit the deck. Cause man might start letting something off, or man might gas the rave. You know what I mean?
I
And
got a mad Bridgeman, bro. Like he was so military, bro, that even I picked up his ways. He's active though, bro. Do you get it from then? But you see him, we go somewhere, and the first thing we do is find where's the fire exits.
Yeah.
And we buy a bottle,
I still do that to
even
now.
if we can't afford it, because it's a weapon itself. You get it?
But I still do that to now. Like, bro, certain things I feel like a lot of us don't talk about this enough as well. Is that a lot of us from the kind of backgrounds that we're from, we are dealing with real life PTSD, untreated, undiagnosed, and unhelped PTSD, bro. There's so many things that man will still do to now. That's got to do with what man has experienced growing up. That exit thing is a real thing. I gotta know where the exits are when I go places. Like he see me when I've been out. Like I know these at the door. When I see him at the door, I feel a little bit more comfortable.
DB on them doors, baby.
Yeah, I feel a bit more comfortable because I know that there's someone that I can trust, or if anything kicks off, you know what I mean. But there's certain things is PTSD, bro.
Got you.
Like you know what I mean. Like it's and bro, even people, even trust. I am with trust. I've seen so much snake, man. I've seen so much snake. I've seen so much brethrens, war brethrens, or tried to kill brethrens. Like, bro, it's just like even my trust is affected, bro. When I first came into this industry, I couldn't understand it. Like when I first came in, I came from a very street background, so my thing was all about you say what you mean. You say what you mean, and if someone don't like you, they probably just won't even talk to you. But then when I came into this industry, it's like everyone wants to hug you and shake your hand and kiss the side of your face, but then they don't really like you. And I was mad
supporting your grind as well.
I was like, or talking about you behind your back.
But when you last saw them, they shook your hand and said,
even the SBTV cosign or connection, it's like some people didn't like SBTV. Or maybe because they didn't get a freestyle or something.
Probably.
So automatically, they had a little energy to me because I represented SBTV. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I think for me as well, yeah. I think like when you look at the past, right? The rules of, let's say because remember, there's rules to the street, bro.
Yeah.
There's unwritten laws and rules. You get it? They're unwritten, fam, but they're there. Do you get it? They're there. They're like invisible. Let's say invisible rules in the streets, whatever.
100%, they are.
And this includes, a lot of things. So loyalty.
Yeah.
No snitching.
Yeah.
No women, no kids.
Yeah. All of that.
Family first.
Yeah.
Meant like loyalty, trust, honor. But bro, when we deep it, let's be real with ourselves, bro. Right now, that don't exist, fam.
Nah.
Like right now, where it's at, bro. Man are snitching on each other, left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Like man are. But let's keep it 100 as well, fam. I look in the camera, but I say this. A lot of man are accidental murderers, bro.
Yeah.
Want to juke man in their leg and that, thinking that they're gonna get there, can rap about it in the drill tune, and then man's gone.
They don't know about arteries and
that's what I'm trying to say. It's sad, fam. Yeah, like in my opinion, bro, I think the streets are a myth.
Yeah.
Like, fam, I've got brethrens that are road, fam. I'm gonna say, I'm not road, bro. I've been in the mix. I've done stuff, but I'm a music man that chose the music path instead of that path. And I might not be the most successful rapper, but I've done my thing. I've done the rounds in it over the years, mixtapes and that takes a lot of your time,
100.
Keeps you away from the hood, bro.
100.
Away from the blocks, away from the streets and that. So the streets don't love nobody, in my opinion, bro. They don't love a soul, fam. You could be the most genuine, realest brother. Do you get it? I know man that have grown up, fam, with no father. Father died. Their father got murdered, bro, when they were 5, and now they're dead. Horrible. And now their mum is feeling haunted, bro.
Yeah.
Their mum's feeling like, what? I'm a religious woman, fam.
What have I done to deserve
What have I done?
Yeah.
And that alone, for me, makes me, like, the flip side of things makes me think, fuck that lifestyle, bro.
100%.
You understand me? Like,
they always say, you're going to end up in jail or you're going to end up dead, yeah? When I think of the most gangster dons who I knew growing up, the man who, if you decided to enroll in gangsterism, these are the man
that you go to.
I'm telling you, bro, these men are on the prospectus for gangsterism, bro. These man
they run the training courses,
bro.
101,
bro. You see when you're there, man, there it goes one of two ways.
I know, yeah.
For me, I see it go one of two ways. You either, because a lot of these man, I watch them get to the point where all of a sudden They don't want to be around none of that anymore.
Yeah.
They want to be around people who just get to the money.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the company they keep ain't even gangster no more.
Yeah.
No one ain't knocking out man or whatever. They're just around people who get to the bread.
Yeah.
These people look like nothing like the people they grew up with.
Yeah.
But they've switched it and they're getting to the money. That's what happens. Or nothing changes and you're still in the barbers or the ends and you're rubbed out and you're just bitter that you never elevated any further.
Yeah.
And you cling on to that reputation from the 2000s like it is everything. Like, man need to know
Back
it
in the
was
day.
me. Back in the day.
Back in
it
the
was
day.
me. Like, and that to me
Way
is a
back
dead
when.
end, bro. If you're successful, you want to get away anyway.
Yeah.
And if you're unsuccessful, your vex is still here. So
That's one thing. That's one thing I do
allow
love
it.
about the youths now, though. The youths now, they respect the money and the business music.
They know.
what I mean?
These youths now.
They're not haters like that. Back in the day, it used
See?
to be stiff, like you said.
Yeah.
They can get to the.
But a lot more is open up to them though. Sorry,
That's what I was
as you
gonna
were
say.
saying,
It's
though.
true, bro. There's more options now for them to get to the money, and a lot of them are definitely a lot more smarter and quicker and just up to the times than a lot of man was us growing up. But then again, your parents could have said the same thing about us, right? Because we might have felt like
Things
we didn't
evolve.
really have much, but to them, compared to them, we had everything.
Each of us,
what I'm saying?
each of the generations, we created foundations that kept on getting built upon.
Yeah.
And I feel like this generation is really reaping from some great foundations that was built through a lot of hard work,
Facts.
bro. A lot of unpaid hard work.
Yeah.
Facts.
You get me? Because a lot of us that have been in this industry for, let's even say, like 10 years as a minimum, any of us would be lying to say that we were making any money when we first started.
Yeah,
Even me
facts,
as a
bro.
presenter,
Yeah,
bro,
man. There
like,
weren't no money in this thing.
hosting shows,
Yeah.
presenting shows, traveling all around.
It's all for the love of the
free,
thing.
Oh my
Yeah,
days.
it's all for the love of the thing.
But
Bro,
one thing
the
that I
dream
want to
is
draw
the
back
dream,
to,
bro.
I want to draw back to quickly before you want to move on, is that you made a point where you said, and it's very important, Carl. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a behavior specialist. So I specialize in dealing with challenging behavior in young adults. Yeah.
Okay.
And you said that you feel like there's a certain sweet spot that you can kind of
pause.
pause where you can bring back
My mind's telling me no.
there's a certain age that
said
that
sweet
you
spot, that's
you can bring back young people, and that is something that I've been trying to like communicate with parents and with people in general. Like in my experience,
This is a
14
fact, bro.
14 years old is a very pivotal age.
Fact.
Yeah. I'm not saying that after 14 you can't pull them back, because if I'm really honest, I feel like I was 16 when I started to kind of have my pullback and started to redirect. So I think it is possible.
Quite young as well,
But it's a bit more difficult. But
Me was
14,
later, I'll be honest.
yeah, come on, most of us. Reason why was it for me? Why was it 16? Well, technically it's probably 18. But why was it? Because I went to university, bro. I decided that
Saw different things.
it's because I was like, yo, the ends is becoming mad. It became mad divided between two different sides. I'm not gonna say who they are, but everyone knows.
Step out
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then I said, you
I
know,
respect
if
that.
I'm gonna do this education thing, let me try and see if I can step out of the city. First, I wanted to step out of the country, but then I found out how expensive it was. Then I was like, let me step out of the city. And I went to Birmingham, bro. I lived in Birmingham for like 4 years.
Nice.
Yeah, you get me. I lived in Birmingham for like 4 years. But
Stuff up
anyway,
there as well.
14 is a pivotal age. I feel like if we can tap into the mentality of a child at 14, you can do a very successful job of maybe redirecting their mindset. Do not get me wrong.
Facts.
It's not impossible after that. But it's a very pivotal age. When I heard you speaking, I was like, yeah, this guy doesn't even know what he's hitting.
Bro.
He's hitting the exact. He's hitting the point
I didn't even
on
know
the
that.
head.
I used to at one point I was I run a security business as I do on the side now.
Yeah.
That's my business, right?
Yeah.
As you know. Right?
Yeah.
And at one point, right, one of my clients was McDonald's. And
Okay.
so I had security guards who were coming down to work in McDonald's in that after school period.
Okay.
And I'd do occasional
Yeah,
shifts there
babes
myself
and
as well.
yeah.
Down in South London, Clapham Junction to be precise. Yeah.
Busy.
Ram.
A lot of the youths, like I got a lot. Listen, there's a lot of youths today who are like the next generation of success stories and that, and they remember me like boss
Yeah.
from McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, every day seeing these kids, day by day, as they start to build rapport with you because they see you on a daily basis, it's almost like you're there
Uncle
as
thing.
security, but they feel like you're big bro,
Yeah, uncle
kind of
thing
thing. You know what I'm
still, yeah.
saying?
Uncle.
And you see them, and you kind of realize, raw, bro, like some of them, the right conversation can still pivot them
100%.
because they want to get to the money.
100%.
You know that they're drawn in by the glitz, the glamour, the girls. You know that's what they want.
Yeah.
But you also know they're not at that point yet where they've decided, okay, I got to be gang to get it. They might not even really know. They know in their heart, they might not even have the heart for none of that. They might just think that's the only way to get it. And even though I don't, even though I'm not built for it, what else am I gonna do? So let me try a thing.
Bro. You can only go for what you can see, really, a lot of the time. So I
Right
agree
conversations
with that,
can
man.
switch it. Some of these youths
Don't give up on
bruv,
these kids, man.
Forget the drugs, bruv. These kids
Bruv, listen,
stop selling clothes or something.
Fam, like we penned this in before, but $1 million worth of game dropped the interview with Dirk on Friday the other day, and Wallow, bruv, he started dropping tears on the interview,
crying, bro.
and he was saying, fam, like he forgives his brother's killer. He was in jail doing 20 years, fam, and now he's saying, fam, I can provide for his daughter and his son, whatever. But you get me? He's saying, I love the kids, and I just want you to like live your life, bruv. And I even me, bro, I got teary eyed watching that. Cause fam, I know that, like, trust, I've seen man's mums, bro. And you know what's the maddest thing about? Let me keep it real with you as well for the youths, yeah? You see when man have gone, see your graveyard, fam. Flowers everywhere, memorial bits and bobs and whatnot. Another year, birthday, memorial, boom, boom, boom. Couple years, them flowers start coming in less and less, blood. Them candles ain't there no more.
Gone, bro.
You understand me? And that fucks me up a lot of the time, bro, when I see that, cause that makes me feel hot about a lot of things. Like, raw, like what? Man go on their birthday and you're the first one. You're the only one there, even. You and your boy, boom, boom, boom.
That's why
life is short, you know.
That's why I check in with my guys'
Life
mum
is
all
short,
the
blood.
time, bro.
You get me?
I go and see my guy's mum all the time. I know sometimes it's hard for her though, 'cause when she sees me, she sees him.
Yeah.
You get me? That's how it was.
Yep.
But it's very important. And whenever I see her, we always both end up crying, but it's important.
Yeah. But look at that.
It is.
Important.
When you think, you said earlier, you end up where? Jail and in the grave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's visiting both of them more than anyone?
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Mums.
Mumsy, blood. And maybe couple relatives or best friend, bestie.
There you go.
Because, bruv, trust me, right now, you got to choose who's your real friends and who's got your best interests.
100%.
The circle you keep around you will tell a lot about you.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, me, I love the youths, bro. I always stop to talk to youths. That's why a lot of people think I'm younger than I am, because they see the youths in the video, they see youths around, man, and that.
Yeah.
I just want, it took me a long time to figure out how to make some real money in life, because I was fucked up. It took me a long time, bruv. I worked every kind of job you can think of. I tried selling everything you can. And guidance is very, very important. You understand me? Opportunity is very important, bro. And when you do get an opportunity, take advantage of it. Grab it by the horns and go ham.
Yeah.
So to the youths, do that.
Yeah, one thing that I say as well.
Watch what you keep around you, fam.
100%. Like me, like I do talks like all the time to different places, different cities, and sometimes you feel like, rah, is this going on deaf ears? But one thing that I will say to the older ones as well, those amongst us who are older, is do not stop doing it, because you might talk to 100 youths and maybe only 2 people are going to receive your message, but those 2 people are
Maybe
important.
2 more lives that you might save,
then
bro.
those 2 people might tell another 2 people. You know, it can grow. It might grow slowly, but it's still worth it. Even if I speak to 200 and only 4 people really hear me, like those 4 people are important. So never stop it. Always take your time, if you can, to speak to them and give it to them real. You don't need to sugarcoat. You don't need to give them no lies. Give them the real. Give them the real, but also explain them what we've seen, because we've seen a lot. Even between us, we probably got so much trauma between us in terms of
A lot of stories as well, a lot of events.
But these things can be given to those who are younger to make them see, look, make this left, make that right.
Decision making.
You know what I mean?
And you know the deeper one as well. It's not even just talking to the kids directly, without sharing my age. Obviously, I've got you know, I know women, obviously my contemporaries, whatnot, they've got kids.
Yeah, 100.
And so there's that one. You get to a point where your brethrens are the mothers of these teenagers.
100%.
And you're trying to, and no one wants to feel like they're being criticized about their parenting or chastised about their parenting. Especially women who feel as though they've been left by some boss.
And they've done everything on their own.
They don't want to hear nothing from you.
My sister's one of them, bro. Like, you get me? So
my man left me to it. I don't want to hear nothing.
I hear that.
Go tell him. What, you get me? Go tell him that. Don't tell me that.
They're doing their best job they can do with what they got.
And you're going, listen,
big up the
I
mums,
hear
man.
that.
Big up the single mums, man.
Something about your son resonates with me. Like you don't realize it, but he's setting that he's coming up in. It's resonating with me in a way that even you, his mother, it may not resonate with you.
Because you're a man. I hear that. And
So
you know
there's
what,
that too.
fam? To touch on that before we kind of like lighten up the subject before the end, I think one thing I say to the youths live and direct, bruv, and I'm talking to the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds and that, whatever, even all that bracket. The decision, right now, you might not see ahead from your nose, past your nose too far, fam. All you see is your block. You don't want your boys to feel like you let them down by not riding out. If you don't want to ride out, bro, don't ride out, fam. You understand me? Because listen, 10, 15, 20 years in jail, I've had brethren that had to do that. You understand me? I've got brethren that ain't home yet. They went in when we was young, fam. You understand me?
Facts.
Do you get it? Free them, but at the same time, it's like, make the right decision. Try to think about the future as much as you can, because you ain't gonna, bruv, I'll be honest, when I was going westwards, when I was even 19, 20 and that, I didn't think I was ever gonna be 35. That's sad to say that. But the fact that man's past that is mad, bruv. Like, the decision-making process, if I knew what I know now, back then, I would have done a lot of things different and used time differently. You understand me?
Bro, my mum didn't even know. I did a talk,
crazy.
like, people bought tickets to come and see me just do this talk about, like, youth violence and stuff. And then my mum was in the country, and she sat at the back, and she didn't even know this, but I was telling the audience, I was like when I used to leave the house, I used to kiss my mum on the head every time I left, because I knew that I was going out there keeping up with Fakri and around people that was keeping up with Fakri. And I know that any time that I went out, something could happen to me. So I wanted the last thing that my mum to remember from me was that I kissed her before I left the yard. She never knew that.
That's fucking deep.
She never knew that. Yeah, she never knew that. And then she started bracking tears, and I kind of forgot that she was even there, and that she didn't know that. But yeah, and it made her start bracking out in tears. And yeah, man, it's not worth it. And that advice that you said about not riding out is so true, because but I've been to the youth jails, bro, and a lot of these young men that are sitting down doing like 15, 20 years, one thing that I noticed as well is that I didn't meet really anybody that's riding it by themselves. They all have codies, which means that none of them really had the heart to do it by themselves. Which means you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Jeez, bringing your brethren into your thing.
Bro, enough of them is in there for like 15.
A lot of people don't know that the reason I took rap, grime and that serious at the time is I had one brethren that was one of my boys. Yeah, I won't name him because of it's his life, not mine. But like he actually fired me from the line. Fam, he said, fam, you love music so much.
Yeah,
bro, man said no, bro. Man said he's a real stand-up brother, you know. You know what it is. You don't get many people like that in. You hear about him in America more, but he's true to the game. Yeah. Morals and principles, gangster ethic. My man's never had a job in his life, fam. You understand me? My man said to me, big man, you do this music thing, you're good at it. You go studio instead of doing what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah. So give me that phone.
He's a real one.
And he said, you don't do this no more.
Bro, that reminds me of...
I got fired, bro.
Bro, that reminds me. When I was younger, I remember one of the oldest said to us, sat us down one day.
Real dude, bro.
And he said to us, yo, if you're out here grinding because you want to buy trainers and you want to impress gal, come off of the roads.
It's not for you,
because all you're doing is hotting up the roads for the rest of us that really need to make some money. And I never forget that conversation. I was like,
hotting the thing up.
Because I was like, not saying too much, but I just wanted to get
it for the trainers.
I'm trying to get fresh.
You see me? And I can't. You see me? I'm a man that I listen, and I was like, do you know what? He's a very good point. Yeah. Because at the same time, I knew that I could, if I really, really wanted to, I could either go and save the money myself from what I get from my parents or from what I did, a little whatever else, or I could maybe even ask. I didn't really need to be there. And I was like, he's right. And I was more thinking about, I don't want to hot up the roads.
Was he one of them angry olders though that was kind of vexed that he's still in the ends? Like, was he one of them?
He was on job.
I think it was a day when I think a lot of men were getting licked down, because I think there was just a lot of men that were just like taking bait chances, like giving man something on a high road and not asking man or not assessing man, and just giving maybe shutting to undercover feds and everything. There, I think he just got vexed one day. And he was like, "Yo, if you're not really out here because you need to take care of your mother, your family, and them thing there, come off of the road because you're hotting up the roads for the rest of the man that really need to make some money." And I was like, "Yo." I couldn't even disagree with him. I was like, it's a fair point, and those kind of people are not always around. Cause man will keep you there. Man will keep you there and keep dropping stuff.
Because they're bored. That's why as
to
well.
keep his thing going as well.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, hierarchy. Yeah, hierarchy, bro. Yeah, facts. Bad influences and bad role models, bro. That's why, like, more time. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes, like, I'll go shoot a music video on the block and that, because I don't live there no more. But it's like the man them would be out jamming after, drinking a little Henny and that. And I'll tell a man straight, bro. Go work as an estate agent, bro. Go get in a sales job, bro. Because that's what showed me a different life, bro. Go make some commission, legit commission, bro.
More than anything, we know how to finesse. We know how to speak. We've had to.
But also,
so you can do that in a job.
Do you know what's deeper,
You can do it in a job.
Let me tell you what's deeper. If you ain't clearing a certain amount of pee off the road, all that risk, it ain't worth it, bro. Like, you're not even, you're fucking around with it, bro.
Bro, that's why I love seeing all the man driving now. All the man are doing driving jobs, and I love it.
Yeah, you see a lot of man doing that. Yeah,
bro, I love it because why not?
Why not, innit?
Same thing.
Opportunities.
Man was doing pickups and drop-offs, but now we're doing it legally. Bro, my brother come out of jail. I'm not going to say his name. He came out of jail, bro. He came out of jail on a Friday. I spoke to him on a Tuesday, early, and I'm like, bro, why so much noise in the background? Where are you? He's like, I'm working. I'm saying, what? He said, yeah, I got a job. I just
Beating out the rhythms.
I just told my man straight. Look, what?
See them
what
prime
my
drivers doing that.
Bro,
innit?
he said I told the guy interview straight what my charge was, and he was like, look, from it's not fraud or it's not anything violent, I'll give you a chance. And he was, bro, I almost
bless
started
that.
crying, blood. My brother come out of jail on a Friday and was working by the Tuesday.
Legend.
That's cold.
Yeah,
That's
big him up.
cold.
You know who you are. Yeah,
cold.
and
Big up you,
I
Star.
almost
You
started
get me?
crying, bro, because all I really want for my people, bro, is for them to be able
Opportunities,
to
innit?
opportunities,
Yeah.
and for them to be able to do what they need to do to provide for themselves and their
Opportunities
families,
are everything, bro. Everything.
That's all I want, bro.
I'm gonna make it a little bit more light-hearted though.
Yeah,
We got
let's
a game. We got a game
Oh, let's do
that
it.
we play with our guests,
Love
bro.
games.
It's called This or That.
Come on then.
So this or that, how it works is you get this or that, and you pick one basically. It doesn't have to be too mad and that. The opt-out thing's a bit mad though. Like if you opt out, you don't drink, obviously. So it's like you can't take a shot on that. But I'll just say if you opt out, we're gonna ask you why though, innit? So you might have
Cool.
to give a little breakdown.
Yeah, cool,
Still, you
cool,
get me?
cool.
We're gonna start light, man.
Cool.
Jordan 1s or Jordan 4s. Jordan 1 or Jordan 4s, my guy.
I don't like Jordan 1s are the ones that are like dunks, innit?
They're the old school high top kind.
I don't
dunks.
like them.
So you're gonna
Jordan
go 4s.
4s.
Straight. I respect that. I respect that.
Cool.
Jordan 4s.
UK drill or grime?
Oh no. Grime.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on.
Grime.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. Grime. Yeah.
Why? Why though?
Cause I'm
We shouldn't ask him about it.
I'm nostalgic, innit? I'm nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
I was a grime MC. I used to spit on grime.
We
bro.
all did, bro.
Yeah. Nostalgic.
Fair play.
Yeah.
One
And they're the same BPM.
Yeah, they are. That's why they.
Yeah.
But I think we said a bit
Barrel
more.
movement.
I think we said a bit more on grime than they're saying.
You think so? Yeah.
I think we did say a bit more.
Fucking no, I thought we
Yeah.
said a bit less, but we said it in a mad way.
No, I mean a bit more in terms of content. I don't mean a bit more in terms of like violence.
Okay.
ASP's on violence.
No. Anti-violence, bro. I wish I hope all the youth them get rich, bro, and
Yeah.
prosper. God bless you. DVS or Young Spray?
Young Spray. I know.
Say no more, man.
D in the South, man. He's like, what?
No. That's
but
cool.
Spray-
I hear you.
Spray's actually in my possibly like my top 5, top 4.
And he's peak. He's
of
cold,
all
isn't it?
rappers of
Yeah.
all time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Spray.
Spray's cold, isn't it? Really the most 1 and 2 is mad.
He's very unapologetic.
I tell him all the time as well.
A Weezy or J Weezy?
Oh, shizzle.
Yo, no, I had to do the
comedian thing, innit? Jay-Weezy.
It's J Weezy, innit? And A Weezy, man.
A Squeezy.
A Squeezy.
That's
A
also
Squeezy and J Weezy.
A Squeezy.
You gonna go A, yeah? Arnold.
A
You got my
Squeezy.
way Arnold, man.
Arnold's very, very talented, you know.
Yeah?
Beyond people's perception, people don't even really know.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro or Al Pacino?
Oh no.
I love this one, you know. This one's hard.
This is very hard. This is very hard.
Oh, you can't.
That's a
do
crazy
that.
one, you know.
Very hard.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to opt out,
Yeah.
blood.
This is, I respect that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to opt
Yeah.
out on that one. Blood.
That's the one you opt out on.
Which Godfather's better though? 1 or 2?
Oh, 2. I like 2 better because I like with the flashback thing. Yeah.
What's the one when he was like, "You come to me on my daughter's birthday and ask me for a favor?"
1.
Which one was that? Yeah, nah, 1. I think maybe 1. Nah, that was just like, yeah, nah, that was a shower man
Hey,
thing.
so we're gonna,
Yeah, nah, that
remember Al
was
Pacino was
shower.
Scarface as well,
Pacino
fam,
really.
man.
Yeah.
So you might be, but opt out though. I get that still. Denzel Washington or Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh,
Oi,
Denzel. But
Straight off the cuff.
Please don't sleep on Leo though.
Nah, that's why I asked that. No, you
Please.
can't. You
Bro.
can't. You can't.
Very, very.
Bro, I
Madman
believe
thing
he was
still.
the slave master, bro. I believe
But even
I
how he did
believe-
the South African
I
accent.
believe it was him.
Kafa,
he-
you kafa. Like he sounded
bro.
like them man there, man. Excuse my language for my South Africans
Bro,
as well.
I don't even know what that means, bro.
It means N word.
Oh shit.
Yeah, sorry about
Went
that.
deep.
Jeez.
Paid in full, boys in the hood.
Paid in full still.
Cold.
Money making.
Harlem.
Did you,
Yo.
secretly, yeah,
Harlem.
secretly,
Yo.
did you think,
Yo.
did you,
Yo.
as a little youth though, did you think Boys in the Hood and then get older and then go, nah, paid in full's better?
Yeah.
Well, paid in full is
probably.
New York, innit?
Yeah.
So if you, we're so far detached from the West Coast lifestyle, I think.
I think it was but New York is very, very
Yeah.
much like London. But
And
Cameron,
he's from Northwest. Northwest is Harlem.
Cameron, blood is
Get
like,
me?
yo, bro, brothers get killed every day, B.
Bro.
What you gonna
You tough,
be?
right?
Tough, right?
Tough, right?
It's like,
With a dog.
Shit, man said got shot in the head, baby. I don't feel the same. He said, he'll be
nah,
alright.
paid him. He'll be alright. He'll be alright.
Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury's the best.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Tyson Fury's the best.
He's going
man.
hard.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah. I thought, I hoped he was.
They got AJ. I was with him the other day, actually.
yeah.
They got AJ, but
Oh, nice. What, he's stunting
Tyson.
Yeah, I was jamming with him the other day.
Tyson. Nah, not jamming. It's a party. It's a party.
Hey.
It's a party. But like Tyson Fury, I think is possibly he's the best heavyweight boxer of this current generation.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
But
I agree with
I'm
that
not
still.
gonna say too much, but yeah, I want to disrespect. But I just feel like we've had some very powerful heavyweight generations before. I feel like
there was a time when it was tough to be the best. Yeah, but now it is still tough. But
he's
you're
techie.
right.
He's techie.
He's dominating the thing though.
Techie.
Yeah.
He's very hard to box, bro. But you know what? If you know anything about
if he slaps White, bro, he's gonna get the crown, fam.
But
because White's a problem.
Yeah, but if you know anything about Travellers have been techie boxers.
Serious brothers.
Their cultures, techie
they fight
boxers.
on a daily basis.
Bro.
Yeah, they love it. They're born. They're fighting men.
I'll show you how to fight. Even man from you show you how to fight. Come on, I'll show you how to fight. That's what they used to tell man all the time.
Yeah, they love it, bro.
Show man how to fight, blood.
It's in the blood.
Constantly.
It's in the blood, bro.
Yeah.
Mavado or Vibes Cartel, man.
Cartel.
Yeah?
Free the world, boss.
It's gotta
Cheese!
be.
Free the world, boss.
You say it's gotta be, but I think that one there just depends, innit, on who you ask.
It was techie in that time because Mavado's
Mavado's cold, bro. But Vibes is one of the best ever.
Mavado fell off really badly, man. Fell off badly. When he went to America, he fell off.
I hear that still. No, I hear that. Storm's your chip.
Oh, you're cheeky. But I have to say chip though, yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
fair enough. This one's gonna be hard for you, bro. Nines or scraps?
Oh no, you can't do that.
What was this? Something else?
No. Relax, bro. Yo, we don't do that one here. We don't do that here. We don't do that here.
Let me break it down to you, yeah? And free my guys, yeah?
Free both of them. For real, fam, man.
But let me break it down to you.
Shit.
All right. So, you see how we had like, you see how we had like Biggie and Puck, yeah? Yeah. Like some man say that one was more a rapper, one was more an MC, yeah? Puck was more an MC because lyrically crazy, all around, you know, the cadence is mad. But then Biggie, because of the flow, was a better rapper. Scraps is all, the flow is formidable. It's undeniable. Scraps is probably a better rapper. Yeah.
Okay.
But Nines lyrically, like when you break down the metaphors, the punchlines, he's probably a better MC. And that's what I'll leave it at that.
Fucking hell, blood. Man, what's your postcode again?
Not anymore, but yeah.
No, but where you grew, was it again?
Not West End.
Okay. So it's techie.
Yeah, NW.
It's techie.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
The guest is, we respect the guest. So, you know, we're going to leave that one at that. Jay-Z or Nas is easy. It's not easy, but it's a
Nas for me.
textbook. Nas.
Yeah.
I thought you might be Nas.
Nas for me.
You're a conscious brother.
Nah, it's because of the lyricism. Like, do you know, I never really resonated with Jay-Z.
Really?
I think maybe as an older man, I've gone back and looked at it and been like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I liked Jay-Z's hits. Jay-Z had hits. Like I remember all them Big Pimp, all that. He had hits. But Nas is a more boring MC. Yeah, he's a more boring MC.
I love Nas, bro.
But lyrically, yeah. But
Mm.
I think Jay-Z was he had them hidden
Bars and
them
tracks.
hidden metaphors.
Because he come up independent at first, didn't it?
Big up both of them.
But yeah, definitely, man. Goats, real goats. The definition of it. So yourself, someone that's been a presenter within the industry, you're not a rapper, so this question might be better for you because when you ask rappers in England, for some reason, they try to tell you that they only listen to themselves, which is bullshit. But it's a
Bro, I only
politically-
listen to my dogs still. My dogs. Only my team.
Big up Mo the comedian. He did that skit the other day. I was hilarious.
Legend.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, when they asked him the same thing. Because Mo, big up Mo, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Still, it's real.
boy, it's just my guys, isn't it? That's
Innit?
what I can really say. My guys.
I don't even listen to no one else.
Nah, I don't even
Oh, my
don't even
Lord.
know about them, man.
Who'd you bump in the whip right now?
Oh, who am I bumping?
Yeah, who you
Do
bumping
you know
in the
what?
whip?
Yeah, this is gonna sound
Can be anyone, bro. It's
But
just real
at the
talk.
moment, what I bump
Real
is
talk Tuesday.
Amapiano. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay,
it's a form of music from South Africa.
Yeah, no, the house thing, yeah.
But when it comes to
Like Afrobeat house thing.
it's Afro house. It's South
Afro
African
house.
thing,
Yeah.
innit?
Wavy.
But in terms of
Beautiful music.
yeah, I love it. It makes me feel relaxed. But in terms of
It's amazing.
who I bump, as in terms of artists right now, I still play some Spray. I still play some gigs. But in terms of more, do you know what? Yeah, Millions' album is phenomenal.
His mixtape was great.
I don't think
Provisional
people,
license.
Yeah, I don't think people took that
Really
project,
good project, man.
It plays like a story, a seamless story the whole way through.
I enjoyed it thoroughly,
Phenomenal
man.
project.
Yeah.
I preferred Central C's first one to this second one.
Okay.
But I think he's
I
got a
respect
little
that.
something as well.
Yeah, yes.
Who else am I played Koji Radical's new thing.
That just
recently
dropped,
as
right?
well.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good. Gets is my go-to. That's my guy as well. So it's a bit of a bias.
Sick
thing.
MC.
Yeah, but
Nah, he's getting his flowers finally, so I understand that.
Always go to Gets. Who's someone that you might be surprised by who I like? Do you know who I really like? You know, I really like SL. SL. I really like SL.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like SL is one of the most unique on drill. Very unique.
Yeah, the good tune with Unknown T as well.
Yeah, very. Unknown T is also a very good rapper. I think people sleep on it. Like his flow
sick,
is
bro.
Energy
to none.
I don't know if it's. And I was gonna say in regards to SL, yeah. I don't know. I think it seems like he doesn't really release much music through the same channels and avenues as the majority of rappers who are in that same kind of field. Yeah. So it's almost like just that alone, I've always thought kind of set him aside a bit, bro.
It's more exciting.
When
you get an SL
he's just on his own thing, bro. Like, video he's in the snow or something, bro. In the middle of the snow, like,
bro,
yo.
I like you said it like that, though, where they just sound
very unique.
He's doing his thing, bro.
They say come to my island.
Yeah, bro.
And he's funny as well.
Yeah.
He's good, bro.
Cheeky, innit?
Tell her I'm a
So,
gentleman.
babes, he's like, babes, so don't complain when I charge 15 for a D. I'm just a little nigga. You know what I mean? It's like he's just funny, blood. He's just like, he's just funny. Yeah. Same as Lowski though. I did like Lowski as well. I feel like he slowed down a little bit, but Lowski I felt was very, very cold.
His older stuff was better.
Possibly. Yeah. I thought he's very, very cold. But I like a lot. I don't know. American. I'm messing with a lot of American stuff as well. I really feel like Pop Smoke would have been.
Bro.
I really feel like he would have been something.
He'd have been gone.
Something incredible.
Gone clean.
But I like the way 5 years picked it up and he's really improved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I'm not in it. I'm not feeling it like that. I like him, but I'm not in it like that. I think
he's improved.
I feel like he's very like.
I feel like he was a one-hit wonder, but he's really.
I feel like his songs are similar.
I think Kanye did something to him.
Yeah.
Kanye in that session, Kanye did something, and that tune that he did, but he killed that tune.
He did.
You can't. And then since then, I've been hearing him like.
He did kill that.
Even today, I was watching the new Power. And then at the end of it,
5
years.
Because it's King Von's album, isn't it? That they're playing. It's a feature. They played the G Herbo part as well. Yeah, he murdered that shit. But anyway, I feel like he's a bit repetitive, but
yeah, he is. But it's true.
But I get it. Yeah, I get it. Though. I get it.
I mean, it's very repetitive, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
D, you got
decent selections you got there, my bro. Yeah. I was gonna say, obviously, you done a lot of interviews in your time so far, bro. Yeah. I almost want to know in terms of like rappers, but I don't. It's not about who, because it's not a name and shame thing. That's not what man's here for. Do you get me? But just like, can you tell me about an experience where you might have interviewed an artist like, and just thought you just realised they are full of shit, and they're like, and you know, the world will never know. Like the world may never know, but. I know, innit? Like,
well, like they're lying.
Like, or maybe not even a specific story, but you know what I want to know? Have you had that moment where you've encountered a man, maybe interviewed a man or a woman, and just thought, wow, like if only the world knew.
Like, say wow, you know.
No, you just go wow.
I'm gonna give you a few examples.
All right.
So I think the first one that I'll give you is he's not a rapper, but Trey Songz.
Oh shit! You're bringing all the smoke. Yeah. Say that.
when man interviewed him, like he came in the room on some like he had some. I think he had like a bad meeting with like the label or something. So he was in a bad mood. Oh. Man tried to clear the whole room, so pretend that's why we had to all come out of the room so that he could have the room so he could cream his hands. Or something like that. So man had to go outside now, where it was kind of cold because he had to step outside the room, which was kind of on like a balcony area. But to be honest, he fixed up and we got into the interview and it went well. But like I remember just thinking to myself, yo, this is an idiot thing. Like I would never let anybody do this to me, but because I'm here now and I've got, you know what I mean. Second thing, I was a massive Ludacris fan. Like word of mouth, back for the first time. I felt like those albums are hip hop classics. Facts. Don't think they get claimed enough. So when I've got to meet Luda,
he was sick, bro.
Yeah, when I got to meet Luda now, man, I'm just like, raw. Where's the energy? Like this is not the same. This is not back for the. This is not word of mouth. I was like, raw.
Did you meet him at what album was it?
I think he actually might have been here to like kind of maybe more
Fast and
promote one of the Fast and Furious things.
Mm.
But then I remember saying to myself, "Fuck it, I'm still gonna do my plan." And I remember I bought out Dirty Dogs on Actor Fool.
He done a
remix, but he called it Back to School. And
I remember that.
Yeah.
I had it on dubplate. I was a hip hop DJ though.
Yeah, and I remember playing it.
Dukes for that.
Yeah, I remember I played it for him, and I could tell he was listening to it, and I could tell like Luda was a bit like raw. Like my man's kind of flipping some flows on here, like probably even better than me.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Played
There's footage, innit?
Yeah, bro, you can watch it on now. Type in Ludacris SBTV.
Wow.
But yeah, overall, Ludacris, I felt like his energy was a little bit. I was like, oh, raw. He's not really he's a little bit kind of serious. You get me? I think LeBron James as well. LeBron James, he's very media trained. So when I was trying to kind of dig in and kind of get a few little kind of like funny moments and just kind of just relax and just be us, I felt like he just
naturally
media trained.
Is he? Like blocked it out.
Yeah, you know, so we gotta move towards it. You know what I mean? Mad media trained,
that's
bro.
mad, you know.
That's and
mad.
you had said to me other moments. It's something else I was gonna say to you as well about someone I can't really remember now. But yeah, to be honest, for them. Oh yes. I was gonna punch up Lloyd.
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
How can a man say he was gonna punch up Lloyd? You know.
There you go. The first biggest music today. There you go.
Wait.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Man said he was gonna punch up Lloyd.
Yeah, I was gonna punch up Lloyd.
Dear Hazel,
But
I love you. That brother with the curly hair.
But he had like a 6'9" tall and 6'5" wide security.
So was you really gonna punch him?
Yeah, basically, and my cameraman knew it because you can in the video you can see he kind of puts the camera down, he kind of like moving towards me like Aaron, he's just like talking.
What happened?
To me. Basically, it was at Wireless years ago, and I remember at this time SB was making me and Georgia use the letters SB to us. Like funny questions. I think this one to have like a little funny format that we both kind of take around the Wireless. So they're using SB, and I think one of the questions was, what's one of the strangest beds you woke up in? It was SB, strangest bed. What's the sexiest babe? So that, you know, they're using SB, and I think one of the questions was, what's the strangest bed you woke up in? And then my man said something like, oh, your mama's got a nice bed.
What? Do you?
And then I remember thinking, to
nah.
Hey, because you know what? Do you know why I was gonna punch him up? Because I'm saying, first of all, you don't know if my mum's alive or dead.
Yeah.
And second of all, that's fully disrespectful.
Yeah, like respect, blood.
So yeah, and then in the end, I had to just keep it professional and said, okay, thanks, and then cool, SBTV hit Wireless, and just end it right there. But I remember I was fuming, bro. But I think
looking back on it, what do you think? Like, you glad you didn't do that?
Yeah. But you know what it is? I think I saw K Coke the same day in Wireless, and he came through with like some brothers that I know personally from the ends that have no right being in any type of public situation with civilians. And I was like,
big up the Stonebridge man, then. Fucking no, big up
Kilmer man as well that were there. And I was just like, I think that adjusted my energy. I was like, yeah. Aaron, you're the media guy now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
Know who you are.
You're traveling your journey.
Yeah, know your
do what you gotta do. Keep it professional.
Yeah.
Dot your I's and cross your T's.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Brother, man, real pleasure having you. Thanks for coming. I know, you know what I mean? You could have been doing other things, so I appreciate you.
Oh, come on,
thanks
man.
for coming.
Always, bro.
Always, bro. I'll never take it for granted, bro.
Come on,
you get
bro.
me?
Love.
Come on. Good to see you.
Yes.
And I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? Like, you've interviewed so many people and had so many different experiences on set, on TV, and that. So, thanks for sharing your stories.
Thank you, bro.
I even you know what, man? I've got a song coming out at the same time as this episode because this is how passionate I was feeling about it. It's called "Been Through the Pain Too." Oof. And it's about what the youths are going through now. You get me? It's a dual rhythm. Yeah. But what I've done is I flipped it, fam. I said, fuck that glorifying man them getting man down and smoking packs and that. That's nerdy. Sneaky, in my opinion. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about, like, let me big up the mum that had to bury her son. You get it? Like, cheers to that, man. And God bless them too, you get me? And let me talk about, like, the struggles, you know what I mean? And not only that, the energies, bro. Like, the sins you commit, the karma, the energies, you get me? Like, I just wanted the youth them to see grown men talk about stuff from a different perspective. 100%. So I appreciate both your input. You 100%. Get me? Genuinely, because I care about these youths, bro, more 100%. Than people know. Like, that's why that wallow thing touch, man. Yeah, bro. I think, bruv, when I see youths, I see, like, us when we was younger. All we needed was a chance, bro.
100%.
Opportunity. A door to open.
And they've got it now. Like, there's doors open that was never open to us. Like, you can do what I started off doing, and you can actually make money from that straight away. Do your own platform.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Like, I remember even speaking to someone. Sorry to make this.
No,
I remember speaking to one of the guys that was running SB originally at the start, and he explained to me that they were so early with this thing. Yeah, that bro, you see the monetization of YouTube, that didn't even exist. Yeah, it was a whole separate entity you had to go to and get a little money from, and the change was minimal. Yeah. Like, so the things that we spent hours and hours, 10,000 hours doing back in the day.
10,000 hours,
getting,
you know. They don't know about that, bro.
Look, you guys can do it now and automatically start monetizing and making money.
Quickly.
Please do not sleep on it. You do not need to be a bad man.
Quickly.
You do not need to be
It's played out, bruv.
Bro, go and
Can't
do
stress it enough. The streets are myth.
whatever you are passionate about. I think sometimes as well the youth them think that they're passionate about something that doesn't really hold no. Bro, you could really be into fonts. Bro, use that and go
Graphic
and make
designer.
something. Yeah. You could really be into the rap, but you're not part of that. You could be the person
Go be someone's manager.
Someone's manager.
Yeah, facts,
Being
bro.
it like, please utilize
facts, man.
opportunities that are there now because they weren't there when a lot of us started, and because of that, we've seen a lot of people come and go in the worst of ways as well.
Yeah, in the worst of ways, bro. God
do
bless
what's
them.
best for you, and my DMs are always open. Shout me any advice that
Love
you
that.
need, anything you want to talk about. You can
Real
shout
brother.
me anytime. I'll always get back to you. It's not a problem.
And there's not many man like that. You get me? That's the truth. Even me, I probably won't read your DM. You get me? That's the truth, bro. Because I'm not looking at it, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you're busy.
But no, I'm not even that busy. It's just that, bro. The internet, I can only take so much of it.
I hear that.
You get it?
I
That's
hear
the
that.
truth, bro.
I hear that.
But any youth that I see in the flesh, it's all love, bro, man. It's always love, man.
Do you say this bougie?
Now, do you know what it is? I just think the youths are the future, bro. It sounds corny, but they are, innit? Like,
No,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely are.
And I think we just need to like,
Yeah, man.
we need to stop promoting a fake thing, man.
And also what we need is what do you know
Like,
what
man
we
are
need?
acting road, and a lot of them ain't road, bro.
Yeah, that's
Allow it, man.
Anyone can be bad with a mask on.
Yeah, fam, man, allow that.
But also
man.
what we need as well is we need to have more conversations with us and you. When I say you, I mean you as the younger ones. Like we don't need to be preaching at you. What we need to do is have conversations with you. Because I feel there's a lot of experience and a lot of feelings and thoughts that you can share with us as well to help us better understand, and we can also have that conversation with them as well. So what I want to see more, and maybe you can think about this as well, is getting more of the younger ones to come on here and have them conversations.
Trust me.
Like let's have them cross generation.
Yeah, I'm on that, bro. I'm all for bringing the youths in, man. You'll see the episodes we got lined up, bro. I've got some serious youths on it, and you older cunts as well, yeah. You older cunts need to stop making man work for you and tell them to go get a fucking job and go uni, you pricks. You get
Man,
me?
that when they're there, man.
That's me
and
done.
Less of that energy as well. Big up, bro.
Trust.
Big up, bro. Because you're doing your thing right now, and you don't have to listen. Because he's doing his thing right now. He don't even have to care about these things, but man cares because it's from the heart, rude boy. There's a lot of man who only start to care about these things when their career's dwindling, and all of a sudden, man start caring about the cause. When man's thing was flying high, I don't care about the cause. Man's too busy doing life. Get me? My brother's doing life, and he's still back in the cause, bro. So, credit to you, my bro.
Thank you, bro.
Credit to you, my boy.
Big up everyone who's locked in, man. Subscribe, follow us, comment.
Done.
You get me? Go follow up the man. Them. You're gonna see their Instagrams on the screen and in the description.
Come on, I'm doing the pose.
You got it down pat as well. I'm not even gonna lie. You got it down pat. Big up
Nah, I appreciate you coming, brother. Once again, man.
Thank you, bro.
Always love. The
Thank
door's
you.
always open to you here,
Thank
no
you,
matter what.
Broski.
You get it, and vice versa, man.
Yeah, man. These conversations are important. Well
Real
done.
talk, true stories, man. That's it, man. Stay focused, chase your goals, chase your dreams, treat people how you want to be treated.
100.
Yeah? And step right and think about them decisions,
Held it
man.
for a long time.
I was trying to do it to credits.
We out.